Good afternoon, Bosman family. I hope that all of you are having the best day ever. Wanted to change it up a little bit this week and send you a video message instead of doing a written one. So the other day I ran across this quote and it really spoke to me, so I wanted to share it with you. But it says, when you can't control what's happening, challenge yourself to control the way you respond. That's where your power is. So when I read this quote, I was thinking about it, and I was actually driving home and just, kind of reflecting on the day and everything, and really just, had like an honest conversation with myself. Man, just was thinking, I've been guilty of this, right? After that meeting last Wednesday with y'all and telling you that information, and then, looking at the dashboard and seeing the numbers and things like that, and, parents calling and so forth and so on, I kind of lost sight of, what are the things that I can focus on, and what are the things that I can do to make sure we're safe at Bosman and we're doing everything that we can. And so, anytime I think of something that I want to share with y'all, I always think okay, if you're going to give them advice or you're going to say, hey, y'all should do this, you have to actually do it yourself, right? So I just want you, and you don't have to do it right now or anything like that. You don't have to make it formal or share it with me or even write it down if you don't want to. But I want you at some point to think, what are the things that I can control every single day when I come to Bosman? And I know last Wednesday I shared with you, hey guys, we're still going to have fun with kids, and we're still going to build relationships, and we're still going to teach, and we're going to pull small group, and we're going to do all these things. But I also know that sometimes, it gets stressful and everything. And sometimes we get so, tunnel visioned on what we need to do and how is this going to affect us, that we don't really, always have the opportunity to think about the bigger picture and everything else. So I actually wrote it down. What can I control? And I made a list. And so I made just some general things at first, like I can control how I treat others. I can control my attitude. I can control my mindset. I can control my actions. And then I really went into okay, but Amber, what does that look like for you at Bosman? And so, I can control how I interact with staff and students every day. I can control how I relay information to, you and the students in the community. And a lot of that is just, remaining positive in my communication and letting you know that we can do this. Someone said a really cool thing to me the other day. They said, yeah, there's this number of kids that are isolated right now, but there are 60,000 kids that are present, and every single day you get to make a difference in their lives. And I'm like, man, that puts things in perspective. I get to choose how I support you and how I follow through, and I'm there for you and I listen. I get to choose how I lead meetings, and making sure that everybody's prepared for everyone, and that when we get down about things, I can choose how I react, and I can choose how I support everyone. And I think a bigger thing is really choosing to model things by my actions and not just words, and making sure that I'm following this, and really showing y'all that we can't control what's happening, right? But we have to challenge ourselves in the way that we respond. That's the power. There's so much, guys, that we don't have control, in this world, but we have control of this place and what we do with kids and how we teach them and how we grow them. And we've been given such an amazing talent as educators to make a difference in the lives of kids. So I'm gonna tell you, just be you and do what's great for you and kids, and just get that why back. Remember that why. So, maybe you're sitting outside this weekend, or maybe you got a long trip planned on the road or something. I would challenge you to make your list. What can you control? I hope all of you have the best weekend ever. You have definitely earned it, and please stay safe. Go Broncos!